Obsolete, Mr. Wordsworth.
Lie. No man is obsolete.
It's a cookbook.
Who are we?
When will they take the bandages off?
You're a bad man. You're a very bad man.
Mrs. Lemonsucker here. He's the most suspicious of the bunch.
My name is Talkie Tina, and I'm beginning to hate you.
I believe you're going my way.
Live from Willoughby at the heart of the Twilight Zone. Here are your hosts, Alex and Tyler, the prestigiously perfect podcast in which we call The Twilight Zone.
What is up, Gnomies? I'm Alex.
And I'm Tyler.
Welcome to the Twilight Gnome Podcast, episode 73. What episode are we going to be discussing this week, Ty?
This week we are discussing Nightmare as a Child.
Season 1, episode 29, written by Rod Serling and directed by Alvin Ganzer, who did 4 Twilight Zones. You ready for them?
Let's hear them.
All season 1, I should add. He did Nightmare as a Child, What You Need, The Hitchhiker, and The Mighty Casey.
Ooh, that's a tough call between my favorites. Either The Hitchhiker or What You Need. Those two are great episodes.
You don't like The Mighty Casey?
It's okay.
Pretty good.
It's
Which
funny.
one's his worst, you think?
This one.
You like...
Yeah.
Really?
I think I just said which two were my favorite, and then Mighty Casey obviously has, like... I like the slapstick. It doesn't take itself too seriously. This one was just slightly above mid.
Yeah.
Like, it was very... Yeah.
All right, we'll jump right into it, Ty. What was your favorite moment?
My favorite moment was when the little girl gets scared from the approach, the guy that's like coming to the door, and because up until this point, like she seems very like solemn and very like all-knowing and like very smart, and then this is the moment where she starts to actually act like a child, and it's such a great character flip. And for such a young actress too, I think she was the standout acting in this episode. She did a really good job.
She did do a great job acting. A lot of my favorite moments were from her as well. When she starts singing before the first commercial break and you start hearing Twinkle, Twinkle, like, it actually got kind of eerie. It was
When
pretty
it's
cool.
playing and you don't see her?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then also my other time with her is that line, Helen, you remember Helen? He choked her, Helen. I thought for some reason I just started dying. Like, Helen, listen, she choked her, Helen.
It's a very, I don't know if macabre's the right word, but like she's very straight and to the point. It is slightly comical in her delivery of it.
It is very. And then also I have a shot when it's showing Helen's face and there's like an overlay of the silhouettes of the night it happened. That was a lot of good directing stuff in here from old Alvin.
We have the technology to rebuild it.
Doctor, what have you created?
I am, for all intent and purposes, AI Serling.
So every week I put a prompt into ChatGPT, come up with a Rod Serling style intro to the episode we are watching, and this week it came up with this. Miss Helen Foley, school teacher, solitary, self-assured, on her way home to an ordinary night in an ordinary apartment building, but waiting on the stairwell is a little girl named Marky, who knows things she shouldn't, things no one possibly could. What begins as a strange encounter will soon spiral into something far more unsettling, a meeting not born of chance but of purpose. Miss Foley is about to come face to face with a mystery rooted deep in her past, in a place we call the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, it's good. He's good. Yeah.
All right, so every week Tyler and I come up with a few questions for each other, keep each other on our toes while watching said episode. I have 3 this week.
I have 3, but it was really tough to pull 3.
It was kind of hard. It's an odd, so you go.
All right, what month does this take place in?
Ooh, is it November?
It is November.
All right.
Did you guess, or?
I kind of vaguely remember, but then I was also listening to a podcast where something else happened in November, so that has, I don't know, kind of shot in the dark, 50-50.
All right.
How many years since Selden has seen Helen?
18 or 19.
Hey,
that
good
was
job.
my next question.
All right.
All right, my last one. Where did her aunt live?
Denver?
Chicago.
What did Selden kill Helen's mom with?
A blunt object.
It looked like a candlestick thing.
Yeah, it looked like a candlestick, but they only call...
What do they call those?
They referred to it as a blunt object. What do they call candlestick holders?
Yeah.
A candlestick?
It's got to have a name, like a candelabra or some shit.
A candelabra is when there's like 3 of them.
Multiple. There's got to be a name.
I think it's just a candlestick holder at that point, if it's just a single one. Yeah.
And then my final one, how old is Marky?
I think she's 10 or 11.
She's 10.
Okay.
Right. All right, we'll jump right into the plot of this one. We open on a woman entering an apartment building, whimsical music in the background. The music is very good in this one, too. Did you notice that?
This one I didn't notice the music all that much on, other than obviously when they're singing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star.
There's some pretty cool music cues in this one. I enjoyed that. We see a child sitting in the stairwell. Helen goes over to him and is like, oh, hello there. You're new here, right? She tells the little kid that she's a school teacher, and the little girl's like, I know all about you.
Automatically, it's just be, this is a weird kid.
Right. I mean, we can get to the elephant in the room. Like, you, just like in walking distance, you know what your fucking self looked like.
Yeah.
You wouldn't forget that, would you?
Well, in this case, I can forgive her forgetting what she looked like because the whole part of like, oh, I had amnesia for years and I blacked out a lot of like memories and stuff. That's fine. But once there comes a point when there's so many things where this little girl knows so much about you, it's like, okay, either someone put you up to this or you're somehow my subconscious or something.
I thought you were going to go for the, it kept bothering me how they had to keep driving the point home that the little girl was here. It's like, if you hadn't got it the fourth fucking time.
Yeah. The very last time is when I was like, okay, that was unnecessary. When the doctor was like, the doctor's like, oh, it was her subconscious the whole time. Yeah, no fucking shit.
Thanks for fucking giving us the whole plot synopsis there, Chief.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for like making the plot clear, but it was already clear half an episode ago.
Do you
really
think that's like a product of like, obviously we have many more decades of television that we have seen, so we get those tropes? Do you think in 59, 60 here, people would be like, if that didn't happen, they'd be like scratching their heads like,
No, because...
You think that little girl might have been her?
No, because there was even a scene where Marky says, I'm you, Helen, and then 10 minutes later, the doctor's like, the little girl was her. Yeah, no shit. They even said it earlier in the episode.
Like I said, I have it written down every time it happens, because it was, I think there's like 4 or 5 times where it's like, hey, this is little girl is her.
Yeah,
like, no
there's
shit.
a lot of really obvious moments.
Helen offers the little girl some hot chocolate. She goes in. She's like, but you don't like marshmallows, do you?
Because I don't like marshmallows.
They go inside. Helen asks, shouldn't we tell your mother where you are? That won't be necessary.
Again, her acting is so good, especially for like a child actor. Mm-hmm. And she is able to do this like very solemn, like, but also like, I don't know, she kind of seems like she knows a bunch. It's just, she does it great. And then the flip when she acts all scared, her acting is just amazing in this.
She is good. Helen says that she's just got to boil the milk. The little girl's like, I'm in no hurry, don't worry. And then Rod brings us in.
Month of November, hot chocolate, and a small cameo of a child's face, imperfect only in its solemnity. And these are the improbable ingredients to a human emotion. An emotion, say, like fear. But in a moment, this woman, Helen Foley, will realize fear. She will understand what are the properties of terror. A little girl will lead her by the hand and walk with her into a nightmare.
When we get back from our first commercial, Helen's giving the girl some hot chocolate, and she's like, I'm glad it's not too hot. I don't like hot things.
Yeah, we got burnt once. Remember that, Helen?
You remember
your
Helen?
burn?
He's like, that's how you got that scar on your elbow. So now, obviously, we're like, this kid knows way too much stuff. Helen says she can't remember certain things about her childhood after a certain point or up to a certain point or something.
And then it's at this point that Marky asks, well, do people ever look familiar? Mm-hmm. And then she's like, oh, I don't know. And then she's like, but do people look familiar today? As in, did you see someone today that looked familiar?
Hint, hint.
Outside the school, when you were crossing the street, there was a man in a car.
There was a man in a car. He stopped for a red light. I looked at him through the windshield.
And you recognized him?
No, I didn't recognize him, but he looked so
familiar to you. He made you frightened, didn't he?
You like at this point how she actually like turns a light on like she is kind of scared? Did you notice that?
Yeah, I thought that was really good. I don't know if that was like just her like ad-libbing this scene or if it was like directed, but really good touch there. And then right after this point, it's when Helen kind of tells her like, "Oh, don't contradict people."
Helen asks who the kid is. She says her name's Marky. Marky, did you hear me? Do you know her? I mean, her voice sounds like a cartoon character, kind of, doesn't it? Sometimes.
Yeah, it's cartoonish. I could definitely see that.
Marky hears something. Says, "Someone's coming up here. I don't want to be here. I'll come back later." She's obviously very spooked out and doesn't want to be around when that person comes up.
Which, again, I'm going to reiterate this from probably the third time. I really love this scene in particular because, like, up until this point, she's just been this very, like, poised, in control, like, thoughtful and solemn. And then all of a sudden, now she's a kid again, very scared of this man.
Yep. Helen gets a knock at the door. It's a man he claims to have worked with her mother for a long time. And he's like, "Do you remember me? I used to work with your mother. Didn't you see me out front of your school? It's been 19 years since I've seen you, Miss Foley."
He says something really creepy right at this point, too, where he's like, "I used to have a crush on you." Dude, this was like 18 years ago. She was 10, and you were like 30. What the fuck are you talking about?
I have that written down when that comes up. That was definitely... This guy, I mean, we can kind of get into it now.
He's a murderer.
Is fucking stupid as shit.
Yeah.
I have it, like... I'll just say it right now. Like, why? Like, let sleeping...
Dogs
lie, dude. Fucking, you got away with this time. I kept wondering, maybe one day you'd remember. Well, then why'd you wait till she actually fucking remembered? If it was that big of a problem, just fucking kill her fucking 10 years ago.
Yeah. This guy's an idiot. His whole motivation's kind of really dumb.
The guy he keeps talking to her. He's like, after the tragic accident there, he's like, I was just wondering if you were ever able to recall any of the details about that night.
Hint, I was probably the murderer.
Right. For a minute there, I kind of forgot, and I was like, is this just like a guy who wants to bang this chick? Like, at first, because I was like, it's one of the two. It's either it's the obvious he's the murderer. This guy's just a really big sex fiend. Because obviously, like you pointed out earlier, he says some really weird shit.
Yeah.
And he does another thing. He's, "You look just like your mother."
I mean, maybe it was like maybe both. Maybe he wanted to kill her and have sex with her. I don't know.
Maybe. Helen tells him, he's like, "Well, the doctors say that I suffered trauma. I teach school now." Selden says something super creepy. Again, the whole crush on her 30 years ago. And then I'll play some of this because he's like, "Oh, I was the one who found you. But they never found that man who did it, did they?"
Yeah, making it very obvious. And then he also states, too, during this whole little monologue that he lived in the same apartment as them. So, like, okay, so you had means of access to her. You worked under her. Like, just a lot of shady shit.
Well, it's wonderful to see you grown up the way you have. Just as beautiful as you were when you were a little girl. I had quite a crush on you. I lived in the same apartment building. Tragic, terrible thing, your mother being killed like that. And they never found the man who did it, did they?
No, I don't think they did. Though I can't be sure. There are so many things I don't remember that happened at that time.
Did you see his face?
No, I don't really... I don't really know. I'm not sure.
After this point, he kind of feels more comforted. I'm going to assume that he feels comforted by her saying, I don't really remember the face at all. And then he kind of gets up to leave. She's about to ask her, like, "Oh, do you want some, like, coffee or cocoa?" And it's at this point she notices, oh, the coffee was not touched at all.
The hot cocoa wasn't, which was weird, too, because, like, it never, like, if it wanted to make that the jump scare, it should have showed a shot of the empty one when the little girl drank it. Because then it's kind of like, we don't know that she fucking, maybe...
I mean, there are shots of her putting it to her mouth and...
But she could have taken a sip and it still would have been that full.
Yeah, I don't know.
I found that fucking stupid, but...
And then it's at this part where he's finally he's basically out the door at this point. And then something she says kind of makes him walk back inside, like, "Oh, you almost got him out of the house. Like, he's going to murder you."
It's at this point that she was like, "A funny little thing. Little neighbor girl. What was her name? Marky." And then the guy looks at her like,
"That
weird. Was your nickname as a little kid. So if you're not fucking... Like, you should have most likely got this by now, I would imagine. How long until you would have known that was her?
That the little
girl...
Like,
almost instantly?
I mean, I don't know. At the same time, too, like, this is a TV show. If this happened to you in real life, I'd probably try to come up with a realistic explanation, not just, well, that's me, that's myself subconscious following me and trying to warn me of something. I probably wouldn't jump to that conclusion either. I would say, that's weird that they know a lot about me. And I probably would think like, oh, maybe it's like someone just trying to fuck with me and scare me or something.
And it's at this point that we start getting that cool music and we hear Marky singing Twinkle, Twinkle. I really enjoyed that. The guy's still in the apartment with her and he's like, is there something wrong, Helen? And she explains things are starting to kind of come back to me.
And then she also says, she is like, oh, and that music too, do you hear it? And then he's like, oh, your ears must be better than mine. So
we know it's in her head.
Another clue, yeah, that this is all in her head.
Didn't you think this whole thing I found very comical because she's like, oh, it's coming back to me, and she's kind of like walking towards the camera. Selden's following her, and I'm just picturing something like from The Naked Gun, like him behind her, like, right? Isn't it? To the audio listener here, like just walking up behind someone like you're gonna wring their neck and stuff. It just had that vibe.
And then
bad.
like the person turns around at the last second, you have like put your hands behind your back, pretend you weren't doing anything.
And then next time you have like a blunt object above there. Just the classic. I thought that there's a lot of moments in this episode that make me laugh. Like,
but they're more like visual gag sort of ideas.
Yeah.
And then it's at this point where I don't remember why, but for some reason Peter pulls out a picture of Marky when
I jack off to this.
You'd be like, I kept this photo of you. Well, I mean, I guess if he was keeping tabs on her to make sure she didn't blab about the murder, maybe.
But why would you have a picture? I guess to show people from the past. Like, do you remember this kid?
Maybe.
You know,
yeah.
I don't know.
You think he'd probably also have like a current day photo, but that'd be harder to get. I stalked you and took a photo of you, and now I keep it in my wallet.
Right? He's definitely a very creepy guy.
But yeah, he pulls out the picture and shows it to her, and she's kind of scared because it's like, oh my god, this was the little girl I literally just saw and gave hot chocolate to.
Do you remember what Selden uses as his words to describe the little girl?
No, what did he say?
He said, an exceptionally beautiful child. Super weird.
She wasn't no homely, ugly child.
Yep. Obviously, Helen's in shock now. We see the picture. It's Marky. Next shot, Helen's lying on a couch, rubbing her head, and from the total mind blow that just happened because she didn't.
My mind just exploded.
She didn't get it earlier,
and it seems like that Peter's probably left the apartment at this point. So presumably she passed out. He put her on the couch and left.
I guess so, but he didn't really leave. He's just hanging out in the hall for a minute, as we see in a minute. But this is when we get that really cool shot of her getting the flashback of the night her mother was killed.
A lot of shadow play, kind of like with Eye of the Beholder, where you can't really make out any faces, but you can sort of like tell from the actions what's going on.
Helen then hears Marky singing again. She goes out to the hallway, and Marky's back. And Marky's like, has the man left? And Helen's like, isn't it past your bedtime? Your mother'll be worried. No, she won't. I don't have a mother anymore. Do you remember, Helen? Again, this is where it starts getting like, oh my god, I know, I get it.
Yeah.
Stop driving the message home.
But for some reason, Helen doesn't get it, so Marky needs to keep pushing the point.
Right, and Helen sees the same exact scar on the kid, so she's like, who are you?
How do you have the same burn as me? Really, Helen?
I kind of feel like Marky in this, like, really, Helen? Remember, Helen? He choked her, Helen.
Yeah.
You still don't understand, do you?
Understand what?
That I'm you, Helen. Understand now? I'm you. I am you. I'm you when you were 10 years old, when you were called Marky. I'm you, Helen. I'm you when you lived with your mother in the apartment house. I'm you when you were asleep in your bed that night and the man came into the house. And he was arguing with Mother downstairs, and she tried to get away, and she ran into your room, and the man caught her, and he choked her. Helen, remember? He choked her.
I don't know why that one gets me every time. Helen, remember? He choked her.
I liked it when she says the line like, and you were doing so well too. Like, it makes me think of like kind of like an evil villain kind of like just about to explain their big plot. Like, and you were doing so well up until now. Tut tut, you've fallen short of my expectations of you.
At this point, all of a sudden, Selden is just in the room.
Yeah, I think that what I'm guessing what actually happened was, obviously the little girl's not real, so Helen walks out into the hallway, starts talking to thin air, leaves the door open, walks back in, and then Peter probably heard it. Maybe he was going to leave, but then like stopped when he heard her mumbling to herself.
Right.
Comes back upstairs, sees the door open, and takes his opportunity.
He takes it real quick, and he like just like John Wilkes Booth and back there. The whole thing reeks of that, and it's just like, I just want you to be the first to know I was the one who killed your mother. Like, what the fuck?
I mean,
dumbest plan.
Just bad writing of like need to throw in some explanation and some exposition into here.
I'll play a little bit of this because it is kind of funny, and like driving the point home one more time. What is this guy doing here? Who are you?
Oddly enough, Helen, I'd have had to come after you next. But your screams brought people there, and I had to get out in a hurry. It wasn't until later that I learned that you had no recollection of who was in the bedroom. You blacked out the whole incident.
Ever since then, he was following her, chasing her down, hunting her, if you will. It was a Helen hunt.
Hey, good one. I was thinking the very Dennis Reynolds. I noticed I laughed at that. Naturally, I had to come after you next. That was a very good one, though. Did you just come up with that?
I was
You've been working on that.
No,
for
I was
a
thinking
while.
about that while you were playing. I was like, I need to put away to spin Helen Hunt into here.
Right. And then we find out that Selden's been keeping tabs on her because he knew that one day she would remember. And I just...
One day I knew you would remember, and then I'd
why
need
didn't
to
you
come
take
and
care
finish
of it
my
before?
work.
Stupid. They get into a scuffle, and then this is an awesome moment. A stuntman, which brought me on a whole other tangent.
I did not notice a stuntman.
This is clearly not him, so it like made me think of like, isn't there like a Family Guy thing where they do something like Stewie? It's like clearly like not Stewie, it's a guy with a mustache.
I don't know if it's I mean, it's probably done Family Guy and a bunch of other things, but yeah, would they make it obvious that it's a stunt double?
I love looking at. There's like pictures of that in some movies, and like you can notice if you freeze frame, it's just some random dude in a wig trying to kind of look like that person. I love it.
Yeah.
It even lingers on his face for a little bit. It's like,
I mean,
it's not him.
Yeah, it's not that noticeable that it's not him. He's wearing the same suit. He's got the same hair. But yeah, he falls down the stairs, and
then a lieutenant is at the top of the stairs in the next shot.
We find out that he died from the fall. It was down one flight of stairs, though. It's kind of...
He broke his neck, I suppose. And a doctor's coming out of Helen's room, and the doctor's like, he's going to be okay. And
she's going to be okay. He's not going to be okay.
And then we get the doctor's psychoanalysis, which again is just like, in case you guys were fucking sleeping the last 22 minutes.
Yeah, this is the one part that really pissed me off about this episode. Like,
Turns out it was all of her imagination.
I kind of get that Marky had to say it repeatedly because in the episode, Helen's not quite understanding it. So I get the whole repetitiveness there, but we do not need the doctor to explain it to us yet again. What
like
we've already been told.
Slap in the face to the audience, like you're too stupid to understand what is happening right now.
Yeah.
In the next shot, Helen is hearing Marky again out in the hall.
She thinks it's
singing.
Marky.
She goes out in the hallway, but it's not. It's another little girl.
And she's also singing Twinkle Twinkle.
And Helen's like, you have a lovely smile, and it all is right in the world. And it's kind of a very happy ending. And then Rod takes us out.
Yep.
Miss Helen Foley, who has lived in night and who will wake up to morning. Miss Helen Foley, who took a dark spot from the tapestry of her life and rubbed it clean. Then stepped back a few paces and got a good look at the Twilight Zone.
And that's our episode. Tyler, what did you learn?
Don't let your employees know where you live.
All right, we'll get right into ratings. IMDb currently has this at a 7.3 out of 10. Do you think we're going to be close?
I think we're going to be pretty close on this one.
Yeah, I'm good. I mind. All right.
All right.
Gonna try it at the same time?
Yep.
1, 2, 3,
6.
All right.
Yeah.
Perfect. It's been the first time we've had an agreement for a long time. When was our last one?
I'm not looking.
Nick of Time? That was a long time back. We both gave it an 8.5.
Yeah, it's been a while.
A very long time since we gave it the same. All right. Yeah, this fucking episode, I mean, there's nothing like, oh, this sucks. I would watch it if it came on in a marathon. It's slightly above mid. It's got some funny things. And
I mean, really good acting, especially from the child star, and then finely paced. But
the director did good.
It's just lacking a big twist for me, because like the only twist, if you can even call it that, you can see a mile away. So that's not even a twist.
Oh, that kid was Helen?
Whoa, that was Helen? They had to tell us like 30 fucking times. Yeah. and nothing like paranormal, but overall it was fine. Like it's a good episode.
Yep.
Who are they? Where are they? What are they? Let's find out together in the Twilight Gnome presents Inside the Twilight Zone.
All right, so this week we have Janice Rule. She played Helen Foley. She was in 2 episodes of Playhouse 90, 1 Studio One, and just lots of television from the 50s, 60s, and 70s, but nothing that really stuck out to me. Like usually I'll see...
Her last name is Rule?
Yes.
Like O'Doyle Rules?
Yes, R-U-L-E.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Then we have Shepard Strudwick. He played Peter Selden. He was in lots of movies in the 40s and 50s, and then he kind of switched over to TV, doing more like, I don't know, I'd call it more like distinguished stuff, like the Studio Ones, Playhouse 90s, all those like Playhouse things. But
yep.
Again, nothing major that really stuck out to me. Then we have Terry Burnham. She played Marky. She was in 1 episode of the Shirley Temple TV show. She was in 1 I Love Lucy, which I don't see very often.
She reminds me a lot of Shirley Temple, so the fact that she was in that, a lot of the way that she spoke too, like the certain words that she said would just seemed very Shirley Temple-esque.
Yep. But then the thing about her is that she pretty much stopped acting in the late 60s, which she was only like between like the ages of 17 and 20 years old. And even though, like we stated, she's a very good actress, but I wonder if hopefully she didn't have any like bad experience. She's not alive still, but she did live to be like 60, 70 years old.
I was going to say, because where she's a little kid in this, she probably wouldn't be unrealistic for her to still be alive today. So
I think it said in like 2010 or 11, I believe she passed away.
Yeah.
But I wonder why she gave up acting.
Well, maybe it's just hard business to get into.
Not a whole lot of trivia on this one. Helen Foley was a tribute to Rod's drama teacher in Bimington High School.
Stepping on my toes.
I have very little. I only have one other. And then Helen Foley is also the name of Anthony Fremont's mom in the Twilight Zone movie segment. It's a Good Life.
Stepping on my toes again.
That's all I got.
All right.
All right, and in total, this episode was actually pretty cheap for season 1. This cost $38,197. The director received the usual $12.50, and the cast received $4,556 doll hairs.
Makes sense that it'd be a cheap one. I mean, it's basically only has one setting. They don't move around, and there's very few characters. So
yeah, true.
What'd you say your name was?
What's in a name, Mr. Pinnaker, really? It's a mere question of semantics. Just language. A mere stretch of words.
So every week, Tyler and I come up with a few alternative titles to the episodes we are watching, and this week I have 4.
I have 6.
All right, go first.
All right, I'll start with my debacle. I have the deleted memory debacle.
Ah, good one. I have just the death debacle. I had a really hard time trying to find something.
I know, me too. That's why I kind of was like, oh, it's not technically all D's because I had to put memory in there, but yeah.
Actually, I only have 3, so go 2 more.
All right. I also got regression therapy, and I have inner child.
Yeah. Bart's inner child.
Yeah.
I have remember Helen.
I have total recall.
Yeah. And I have Marky Mark and the Murder Hunch.
Oh, that's good. I was thinking about making like a Marky Mark reference too. That's a good one. I like that. I got It's All Coming Back.
Yeah.
And I got Marky's Memories.
Marky's Memories. I like that. That's a good one. All right, what about switcheroos? I have 5 or 6 here.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4.
All right, go for it.
I got Judgment Night.
I do not have that. I have Mirror Image.
No, I don't have that one. I got Back There.
Yep, I have Back There. I have 2.
Nope, I got The Whole Truth.
The Fugitive.
The Fear.
And The Encounter.
Death's Head Revisited.
All right.
We didn't do any duplicates on that.
That's pretty impressive.
All right, so not much in the way of direct references. There was only one, but I'm going to say it again even though you already heard it. So in the 1983 Twilight Zone movie, it features a character named Helen Foley, and Helen Foley was named after Rod Serling's favorite teacher when he grew up. So yeah, that's pretty cool. In terms of indirect references, basically this episode reminded me a whole lot of The Incredible World of Horace Ford, except it was a lot better. Just with the whole idea of like childhood suppressed memories kind of coming back and kind
I
of.
wouldn't say it's a lot better. I still
It's a lot.
I like
It's a lot
I
better.
hold a special place in my heart for
Every
Horace
time
Ford.
that episode comes up, you like bump it up in your mind. I think you need to rewatch and see how shitty it was. Because originally you had it down really low, and then you're like, I actually like it a little bit more.
I think I
today.
had it at like a 4, now it's at a 5.
It doesn't deserve a 5. Other than that, we also got the movie The Sixth Sense from 1999. Kind of like the whole trope of a haunted child guiding an adult to a truth that they've buried is kind of central to both this episode and that movie. And then you also have the video game series Silent Hill, where the video game series kind of like the franchises often explores like suppressed trauma and includes like eerie children and dream logic and sudden memory revelations. So sort of connected with that there, but that's all I got.
That kind of reminds me, it's a little bit off topic, but Netflix just came out with the movie Until Dawn, and if you guys ever played that game, they did a very good job with the movie.
Do you get to do choose your own adventure in the episode?
No, so they did a very cool thing. I'm going to give a little spoiler alert, so like go past like 20 seconds if you guys don't want to hear the spoiler for Until Dawn, but so obviously in the video game, you make different choices.
Yeah.
So in this one, they go to this house and there's a hourglass, and the hourglass stops, and if they can all survive until that thing, so it's kind of like Groundhog's Day. It's like a horror movie that like they keep getting killed over and over again until they can make it
get
until
the
dawn.
right. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that idea.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
But all right, so every week Tyler and I come up with a few questions for each other. What the fuck?
I was like, that was at the
It's stuck
beginning.
in a loop. All right, so every week Tyler picks the. Oh my god, that fucked me for a real big loop. Total mind blow. All right, so every week Tyler picks the episodes, and he does so by showing me an AI-generated picture. I play a little game where I have to guess what it is. Now, we're still in like an other for the whole 70s?
Yep. So
Right.
71 through 80 are all other.
All right, I have no idea then.
All right.
Probably not going to be season 1.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
This one's hard to depict in a single image, but I think I kind of nailed it.
Is that the 4 of us are dying?
No, got it wrong. It's person or persons unknown.
Oh, I'm not really familiar with this. Is this season 5?
Season 3.
Huh, I'm not really unfamiliar with this one.
So he wakes up. His wife does remember him. He goes to work. No one at work remembers him. He's so basically like everyone's trying to say there is no you. Like you shouldn't exist.
It
And he's
sounds
like,
a lot like the World of Difference, or is it the World of His Own? I always get those mixed up. There's one where he finds out he's like in a TV thing and no one remembers him.
Yeah, kind of like that.
All right, is it good?
Yeah, pretty good episode. I like episodes that explain the mystery part of it, and in
Like
that
this one?
Yes, and in that respect,
Remember, Helen?
yeah,
I'm you.
No, but like at least like explain like I don't know if magic shit happens. Explain why there's magic. I don't know.
I like to be in left for debate.
Yeah.
What is that?
I like answers.
All right, just a little bit of housekeeping, guys. We are now at 251.
Ooh.
Heck yeah. Thank you
nice.
guys so much. It means the world to us. Please continue to like and subscribe and turn your friends on to this show.
Turn your friends on.
And please continue to comment on YouTube. Tyler's been dropping poll every Tuesday, giggity. He's been doing a great job at that. What did you just do?
The most recent poll is about... Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank here.
He was so forgetful. He always drew a blank.
Damn,
I voted on it too. How would you like die?
Oh yeah, it's,
nightmare?
so this week's poll is your scariest reoccurring nightmare to ever to have every night. So if you haven't voted on that already, go out and vote.
All right. But yeah, if you guys need to get a hold of us for any other reason, you can email us, twilightgnome59@gmail.com. I'm guessing that bitch is empty still.
Completely empty.
Alrighty. And if you guys could go over to the Facebook page and give that a follow, because every week I post a picture of next week's episode, and down there would be the perfect place to comment your idea for the new name for the episode.
Also, they have little cool songs, which I only found out a couple months ago because I usually have my Facebook muted when I go onto it. So if you have yours muted, turn it on. Alex always picks really cool little
try and
music
be
songs
creative with them.
to go with the pictures. So
You are about to receive a message from the fifth dimension.
All right, and we were just talking about polls, and we got a comment on the newest poll about different creepiest nightmares to have, and we got a message from Jimmersant. Jimmersant says, 22 is one of my favorite episodes. The nightmare turned out to be a blessing in disguise. Very true. I don't know if I'd want to keep having a nightmare and then find out it's true, though. That'd be so scary. But I mean,
room for one more, honey.
I mean, I guess if it ends up saving your life, it's worth it. But
for sure. Thank you for the comment, Jimmersant. All right, my final question for you, Ty. Do you think you have any blocked memories? And, like, how weird would that be if, like, tomorrow someone showed up in your life and was like, no, this happened, and it actually did? What?
I have the memory of a goldfish, so I honestly would not be surprised.
I feel like that every day someone tells a story. No, you did that.
Yeah, constantly people are telling me, like, oh, remember that thing? Like, I don't fucking remember what I had for breakfast yesterday. Like, I don't know. So, I mean, I feel like it'd be possible that I could have a blocked memory of some event. I mean, I also don't even, particularly like under the age of 5, I maybe have like 2 memories.
Really?
Like I don't remember like young childhood that much.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably the most for everybody.
Yeah, but yeah, I just have a shit memory. So if someone told me, hey, this thing happened, I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna believe you if you have some like physical proof that it happened. I don't know.
Comment if it's ever happened to you guys. If you have any cool stories about like having insane amnesia and then like years later something crazy came to fruition.
Or like you always hear in like TV shows and stuff like that, people going to like a psychiatrist and they kind of like bring back
repressed
memories. So yeah. What about you, Alex? Any memories that you think you might have forgotten?
I hope so. I don't know. Probably. I don't know. It would be unique to find out, I suppose.
Yeah.
No. All right, until then, Ty, do you have anything to say to our dear listeners?
Yes, thank you all for stepping in the Twilight Gnome with us.
It's 4 o'clock, the howling man is gone. Frisbee's telling stories, Mr. Dingle strong. There's time enough for the real Martian to stand up. Next stop, Willoughby, little girl is lost. There's something on the wing, Walter Jameson won't live long. Feel like I'm 5 characters in search of exit. Help, I'm slipping into the twilight known. Luckily on Thursday we leave for home. The chemists came and gave beauty to behold. Where's everybody? Get Axel Tyler on the phone. Now you're listening to the Twilight Known. Till next Friday night, you won't be alone. Till then, just keep watching your favorite TV show. Take it, Mr. Serling. Listen hard and long. The Twilight Known. Listen hard and long. The Twilight Known.
Probably shouldn't do it.
No. I
do have wet dream as a child, but I feel like if there's children involved, then we probably shouldn't do a porno one. Wet dream as a child. Remember, you came in your pants, Helen. That might be end credit word.
Yeah, go for it.